This is the Game Theory Podcast. Hello. We need a starting intro music or something, like where I can sing along with it. Like something catchy, like Sesame Street. You know?
Happy days talking about video games.
Come and listen to things that we may have played. I like it. I'm down with it.
Yeah, I like it.
Definitely won't be having that sign off we had the last time. We'll complain about that. So sorry. I don't know why I do these things, but I thought it was funny. Let me see. Oh, okay. So how's it been, man? How's it been hanging? How's your week been, bro?
Good. Just graduate another class of seniors, so summer break.
Oh, nice. Cool. So you are going to be kicking it.
Kicking it old school. Yeah.
You're definitely going to get 2 jobs, all right?
Yeah, because I have a family to support.
Now, don't you chose the option to like get paid through the summer, right?
Yeah, I get paid all through the year, so I don't have to worry about budgeting things for the summer.
Oh, that's awesome. Just sit on your butt, in that beautiful Colorado weather, playing games.
Yeah, 70 degrees, playing video games. It's going to be nice. Going to get caught up on a lot of half-finished games.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That sounds fun. Although I've got quite a bit of gaming done this last week too, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm recovering from the brutal race we had, and then I've got a fancy medal, which is nice, and then just getting more jiu-jitsu bruises. You know, that's the way I roll.
Bruisitsu, yeah, for sure.
Bruisitsu, yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see. Yeah, I can't think of anything else exciting. So I guess we could just move on into news. Wait, before we do, actually, I'm going to be gone the next 2 weeks because I'm going to Mexico with some family. So it should be fun. I've been to Cancun like, I don't know, 6 times or something. But this time I'm going with, so we're doing a family thing. We're bringing the kids and, going to go swim with dolphins or some nonsense. Whatever.
You gotta be careful. Dolphins can be real jerks.
Yes, they can. They love to just play with people, which is weird. Dolphins, man. They freak me out, man. If they grew legs, they take over the world. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to be recording early. This one's going to be on time, but the next one we're going to record for next week. We're going to record tomorrow to give us plenty of time to get it out there. And then, so we won't have a news and review section, just the main content.
Right.
So thanks for being patient with us. And with that, let's move into some current news then. Current news. There it is, David.
That was a good intro.
Thanks. So it's been kind of a slow week in general, except for two things. One, Here's the Storm went into open beta, which is kind of like being released. I think this actually happened. Was it last week or was it the beginning of this week? But forgot to cover it. And also Witcher 3 came out. So everybody's freaking out right now. So those are 2 big things that I'm not really going to cover per se, but I did get a chance to play Witcher 3. I'll be talking about it in the next section. And yeah, but what about you? News items.
Well, this is Here's the Storm relay. They took away Tychus's cigar.
Yeah, what the heck?
I guess we don't want people getting the wrong idea and smoking, because that's dangerous.
Yeah. And they said that one of the reasons why Blizzard said they did this was because of an international audience. Like apparently in China, it's like it puts a much higher rating on it. It's like mature basically, just because there's a cigar in a tiny little man's mouth. But kind of crazy. Yeah. But have you seen Stitches is, right? This big old aberration. So for anyone who doesn't know what Stitches is, if you play Dota 2, it's like Pudges or something. But basically it's this huge stitched together person, huge monster of a guy with like his mouth. He's got like a mouth in his stomach and it's just like laying open. It's pretty disgusting character. In China, it's all sewn up. That little mouth is just like a patch over it. It looks like a little like kangaroo pouch. It's the weirdest thing.
Censorship. So good.
They're protecting the minds and the hearts of their young children. Oh, here's something funny that came out in the last week. Mortal Kombat X came out, right? A bit ago.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Jason glitch?
No.
Oh, okay, so Jason made it into the movie from Friday the 13th, or made it into the game from the movie Friday the 13th, and which is pretty cool. I like a little nod to that to the horror genre. But the funny thing is he's glitched. So he's got this thing where it's called Unstoppable, I believe, or Unkillable or something. Anyway, whatever it is. Yeah, it's Unstoppable. So that's one of his variations. Whenever you pick a character, you get to like kind of build them, pick one of like 2 or one of 3 builds. And one of them's called Unstoppable. Well, the funny thing is, it makes him kind of, he does this thing when you kill him that he gets back up after the game's done. Like, it's just a glitch. So like you can have brutalities or finishes where like you'll like rip someone's arms off and then cut their head off and they fall down, and all of a sudden Jason goes, the music starts playing, it's like, oh, and lightning hits him and he gets back up. It's pretty crazy looking. Another one was this guy ripped his legs off, he hits the ground and then just hovers up, and the music's all creepy while it's doing it, and it's after the game's done. It's like brutality, Raiden wins or whatever, and then it's like, so pretty hilarious. You gotta watch that video.
Good times.
Yeah. I love funny glitches in general suck, so whenever they're lighthearted, I love it.
So in Smash Brothers news, I just hosted my first tournament, and the Sheik won it, by the way. Top Melee player in the high school was a Sheik player. But okay. More interestingly, on Smash Brothers 4, there's this guy named Zero. Like, his name's Gonzalo Barrios, but his handle's Zero. And he's won every Wii U tournament he's participated in. Like 34 consecutive first place wins in the 1v1 category as a Diddy Kong player.
What?
He's just this like untouchable Diddy Kong right now. Like, nobody can stop him. And so people started putting up bounties on his head. Right now there's $500 to anyone that can take him out at the next tournament.
Wow.
100 for sending the losers bracket, 400 for total elimination.
Jeez. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you dominate. Sucker.
He's really cocky too. Like, he's just all over Twitter. He's like, my results, they've been all right. Like, somebody was like, Styles or A-Star, who's better? And he just posts, he's like, I'm better. It's not
Oh, that doesn't help. Because then
he's pretty cocky, and so everyone's kind of gunning for him.
Yeah, I guess he probably should be at that point, but
it's fun watching the meta develop and seeing, the Smash Brothers Melee had like their 4 gods, like their 4 main guys who were really good. So it's fun to see some top players start to float to the top of this pro scene.
Who was it? Like Fox, probably. And
they had a couple players like Mewtwo King and some other people like that were like the best, but the top ranked character was Fox for sure in Melee.
Yeah, I hate that little jerk. Which is weird because when you first play him, he's very spastic, and his little jump is unruly.
Yeah, but his up smash is so good, so much takedown.
Yeah, and that little down B thing where he goes, and like reflects stuff off of him. You can use that offensively too. It's so good. But fuck Smash Brothers. I'm kidding. No, it's a fun game. Speaking of Smash Brothers, or at least the character in it, Pikachu. Something I've noticed in culture, like, seems like recently, is it's so cool to be a nerd right now, which I think is awesome. Like, I've got a polo shirt that I wear regularly to like serious assessments where people are like, my brain's not working, figure it out, and it's a little X-Men symbol on it, and they never notice. But I just love it. The little gifted in children or whatever, the little X. So I only had one person comment on it so far, but that, and I've got a Darth Vader one. I've got a couple other things like that. Well, there's a Pokemon boutique that's opening up in LA. Japan. Yeah, LA. And it's like this Japanese boutique. It's really weird, but I'll have to send you a link to it. Or maybe you could just Google it for the people listening at home. But, like, now they're just like throwing Pokemon on random clothes, which I think is hilarious.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing too. There's going to be like featured designers, a celebrity DJ, nail artists, things like that, all for this Pokemon thing. So I'm pretty excited about that. I love it when we get a little nerd in the culture.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. But one of the top grossing films right now is, Avengers, which is arguably very nerdy from like 20 years ago. So screw you, we're taking over.
Yeah, it's gone mainstream. So speaking of mainstream, Disney Infinity has announced their next 3.0 line of Disney Infinity like figures.
Really?
So like the 1.0 was just like classic Disney, and then 2.0 they introduced Marvel, and so everyone knew this was coming. 3.0 is, you can probably guess.
Star Wars.
Yep.
Nice.
That's a marketable franchise that Disney owns, so of course they're going to come out with figures for it.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so Disney Star Wars figurines are coming out, and with their little like booster packs, little power discs. Used to be they'd be in these random bags. Like anyone that ever used to collect Magic cards or like collectible card games used to come in these like booster packs of just like random cards, and it sucks because you don't know what you're getting. You just hope that you're getting what you want, and that's how the power disc used to be. Power disc would be like new weapons or new backgrounds or just stuff to tweak the game with, and they've done away with that now for 3.0. They're going to sell them in themed 4-packs based on Disney properties. So like there'll be like a Tomorrowland Power Disc pack, and you'll see everything you're getting right in the pack. So
nice.
taking out the randomness from it.
Yeah, I can't imagine that parents would have much of a tolerance for that. Like, I'd be pretty upset if my son was like, "Oh, can we get another one?" I'm like, "You've got all but like 2 or 3 of them," and he's like, "I know, but I could get one of them if you spend your money."
I know,
like,
and then or they have to troll eBay, looking for the collectors who are selling the rare ones.
Oh god, there's a special place in hell for people who buy kids things like that and then sell them on eBay for like $300.
No, you're talking to. There are so many rare Smash Brothers amiibos out there right now. Seriously, it's $12. Do not charge $70 for it.
That's insane. Ugh. Oh well. Gotta get yours somehow, I guess. You jerks. Although my brother-in-law did that actually with the Wiis when they came out. He bought like, I can't remember. No, it was the GameCubes back in the day, because Nintendo famously always screws up. So he bought like 10 of them, I think, and sold them at profit. But anyway, so I guess I can't complain too much. I just don't like it when it happens to me.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah. But yeah, good time for gaming, man. In general, oh god, I'd love when summer starts in gaming, and then all summer you're just like, great movies coming out, great games are coming out, all your free time is taken up. This is the perfect time. This and Christmas, I guess, but this specifically, summer is like the perfect time to like get like an open world game that you can just screw around on. It's awesome. Great to have. So a good time for The Witcher to come out. Because this one, I don't know if you know about this, but the last ones weren't open world. They had kind of a place where you could explore, but it was more of an adventure game. But these new ones are open world. So, or this new one is open world. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So any other news?
That's it for me.
Oh, that's it for me too. Then. So I guess we'll be talking about the next section, where it's going to be a little longer, because you've been playing many games and I've been playing many games. So let's go on to the gaming experiences.
Gaming experiences.
All right, welcome to the gaming experiences section, where David and I are going to be talking about video games. So David, you have no excuse to not be playing games. You graduated your kids and you're ready to get your game on. What have you been doing? Or what have you been doing?
And so I have. Well, this morning, on a whim, just started playing the NES Legend of Zelda.
Really? What made you do that?
I don't know. It's just, I bought it a couple years ago on my 3DS. I was just looking through and I was like, man, I haven't played Zelda in a while. So I picked it up. And before I knew it, I was 7 dungeons in. It's a pretty fast game. Okay, one thing that I always forget about with The Legend of Zelda, you might remember this. Dungeon 8, Dungeon 9, Dungeon 7, pretty easy compared to Dungeon 6. Why is that dungeon so crazy hard?
Oh, wait, was that the one with the whiz robes or whatever?
Yes, the whiz robe just warping around. The game, like a dick, keeps track of how many times you died.
Yeah.
So whenever you log in, it's got like your failure just staring you in the face.
So Japanese.
And yeah, I was at 0 all the way up until Dungeon 6, and then the whiz robes. So I get to the very end, and I get to the boss Goma. It's the big crab spider thing, and you have to shoot it in the eye with an arrow. Well, I haven't bought any arrows yet because they're 80 rupees, and I just never had the money when I was around a shop. So I get there and I'm like, oh, I don't have an arrow. I got to go back and get one. Oh, too bad, says the game. In order to get back, you have to fight through that same army of whiz robes to unlock the rooms to get out of the dungeon. And I could not. I had already used up my potion getting in there, so I definitely got my first game over in Dungeon 6. Yeah, so bring an arrow to Dungeon 6. Don't go in there and just find yourself stuck.
Oh, man. But here's my question. In those games, why is it that whenever you put a fairy in a bottle, why does it help you out when you die? I'd be like, heck yes, I'm out. Like, just pop that cork and then leave. And second of all, if they can pop the cork when you die, why would they pop it a second earlier to help you?
I like to imagine that there's some sort of like timer connected to the bottle, and it's connected to your pulse. Like, you're not getting out of here until my pulse stops.
Let's play a game. It's totally Saw. Yeah, it is. But Link is a sicko.
NES Zelda was pre-bottles. Like, you just had to go in there. You brought a potion. That was your get out of jail free card.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Link to the Past that did that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Catch me a little bug net.
Mm-hmm.
And bugs went all past that. There was no bug net. Pretty sure they all had bugs after that. Huh. Wow. Bugs and fairies. What do you know? But back to it.
Yeah. So it's pretty fun. It's a classic. Anyone that hasn't played Zelda yet really should, just to feel that sense of exploration. Like, this was a pre-walkthrough time, you know. You just went out there and explored. You'd like hand draw your own maps, make sure you knew where you were going. And it's funny, like how memory works. Like, I'll walk into a room and it's been, you know, what, 20, 25 years since this game came out. I'll walk in and I'll still remember. I'm like, wait, I think there's supposed to be a bomb there. And like, I'll find the hidden entrances to like caves and stuff in the overworld. Yeah. Like the random, like, you know, where the old man was like, take the medicine or take a heart, you choose. I'm like, I'll take the heart container, obviously. Idiot. Whoever chooses the medicine.
That's why you're stuck in this dungeon, you old piece of...
That's why you're stuck in a cave with no way out.
You're retarded. Yeah. Oh, and you bombed to get in there. How did he get in there? What, did he like fast rope in from the roof?
I think there was a cave in, and he's been trapped. And like, his way of thinking you was to offer you either an awesome heart piece container or some medicine.
That's so like weird. Why not both?
Like a real world like tangent, like a real world parallel to that would be like if you saved my life, and I was like, Jeremiah, I want to tell you something. I'm actually magic, and to pay you back for saving my life, you can either let me add 5 years to your lifespan, or I've got some ibuprofen here.
And you really just, oh man, I'm like stroking my chin. I'm like, no, dude. I did not expect this quandary in a dungeon.
Ibuprofen. Is it a full bottle? How much is left in there? About half.
Can you? About half. That's the worst. Not even a full bottle. This could help with some minor aches and pains. And you're like, God, that's a good point.
But once you use it, it's gone forever. Or 5 years to your lifespan. Could go either way.
Yeah. Oh, man. And I wonder if he just like, I don't know. He probably loses his shit if someone picks the other one. He's like, are you kidding me? That was a joke. Of course you don't want the ibuprofen.
It's like that episode of Adventure Time where Jake like comes into this like extra dimensional room where he gets a wish from this like 2-dimensional all-powerful being. And he's like, oh, well, in that case, I want a sandwich. And he's like, really? I'll just make you a sandwich. Like, I feel like you should use your wish pretty wisely.
Oh, man. Freaking Adventure Time. So me, I've been playing Dying Light. So you've heard about this, right?
I've heard of it. Never played it.
This is the game, and hey, you should have been skeptical because it's by the people who made Dead Island, which sucked universally. Right. Like, critics hated it. A couple random people actually liked playing it, but like, we even tried to make this game work, man. We were jumping around and kicking everything, like just karate kicks for days. We didn't want to use our stamina on swinging a weapon. You don't want to break the weapon, and if you and I could just double like Mr. Miyagi zombie to death, that's happening.
Exactly.
And the kicks were so ridiculous looking. It's not like
little snap kicks.
Yeah, it's not like a leaping side kick. You know, like you're gonna.
It's like the Karate Kid movie poster jump kick.
It's like you're trying to stretch your leg out, your hamstring out with one leg in the air. It just looks absurd. But anyway, no, this game is pretty fun, dude. Like, I've only played probably 4 hours or 5 hours into it, but it's fun. Like, okay, parkour, which is fun in general, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like Assassin's Creed, but it's first person, so there's some frustrations there. But it's also, when it works right, it feels like better. Yeah. Not as Not as fast paced though, because there'll be times where you legitimately jump for something and you're just like, well, no, that didn't happen. And then you're just amongst like zombies and you're just like scrambling to get out and kicking things and hitting them with your pipe. But so far it's pretty fun. There's 3 branches to like upgrade on. There's like survival, which like allows you to make items, to like help keep yourself alive. Agility, which is your kind of your free running stuff. And the last one is combat or power or something like that. And that's just combat like
power.
Hurting people. Yeah, so well named. But it's kind of like they took the cue from Tomb Raider. It looks like that menu. Whenever you hit start, that's what it looks like. I'm surprised. I wonder if any of the developers from that. But anyway, so they updated that. Plus the zombies, there's no levels on the zombies, but there's like day and night, and the cycle's real. So you get this real sense of urgency. Let's say you go out on a run to like restore some power, and you go and you get it, and let's say you get kind of caught up scounging for like supplies. You find like this little saw blade, and you're like, oh, or batteries. Oh, I need batteries. And all of a sudden you look up, and it's like whenever you come out of the little room, it's like dust. You're like,
that must be terrible for you, because I remember when we first played H1Z1, and I was, I just randomly generated somewhere, and you and GT were like, okay, we're gonna come get you, man. You just stay put. And then I can hear you on team chat, and the whole time you're like, oh, hey, what's in here? Oh, look, it's a granola bar. Oh my gosh, it's a battery. Get the battery quick. And I'm like, guys, what are you doing? Yeah, we're on our way. Hey, is that fire station open? Let's go check it out. I'm like, guys, I've been here for like 3 days. I'm running out of berry juice.
Eat too many blueberries, and you just have the runs. You're just sitting in it,
shitting everywhere with dysentery.
You're sitting in a blueberry bush to feed yourself and to hide your shame of shitting all over the ground. We got you.
What I'm saying is you get easily distracted in zombie survival games.
I do. And so, yeah, it's bad. So, like, all of a sudden you'll see it's dusk and you're like, oh, shit. And then it's on. Like, there's nothing. Like, you're just running all out. You're jumping off of zombies' heads. Like, you don't give a shit. It's awesome. That part's really fun. So far, the quests are but way better than Dead Island. They need to get new writers is all there is to it. But at least it makes some sense. It's like, oh, hey, find our missing member. You go find him. And, oh, no, there's a zombie. And the missing members. That's a dick joke. But yeah, but then you find him locked in a bathroom and he's been bitten, and you're like, oh no, and you got to go get medicine to it's that kind of thing. It's not bad, it's not amazing, but it's way better than Dead Island. But
well,
it's hard to go down from there. Yeah. But yeah, the parkour combined with like the scrounging and like the that thrill of like running over the top of like zombies and everything going well. There's like this certain it's like probably real parkour is like I imagine, where you're running and you plot out your path as you're looking, but there's like it's almost like the ground is lava. It's like that, but with zombies, because if you fall, it's like the ultimate penalty. It's more than just like a little red bar and then you go back. It's like, oh crap, I just landed like in front of 8 zombies. But it's pretty fun. And you got like little firecrackers. You can make little firecrackers to throw them and like have them pop so you can like get a car battery or something out. So there's moments of like kind of thrill interspersed. So far so fun, man. Like I'm having a good time. But
cool.
I'm gonna give it some more time because every game is fun at the very beginning. I'm gonna see how this thing plays out. But the voice actor sounds kind of like Troy Baker. He's a good voice actor. Not as awesome, but pretty good.
It's a good review of a voice actor.
Yeah. But I've really enjoyed my time with it. I'll let you guys know what I think. Probably not next time because we're not gonna have one, but maybe the time after that. And actually, I'll have to get back to Mexico and keep playing it. But I'll let you know. So, what about you?
Well, I played yesterday. They had another Splatoon demo on the Wii U for like an hour, so that was fun. I just got to learn the mechanics of it. It's pretty cool. Like you have to cover the enemy map with paint, and you defeat people by covering them in paint. And so you have these like paintball guns. So it's a big paintball war. But, and this is gonna sound insane, you can also turn into a squid to swim through the paint, and then pop out of it. And
so you love it.
Well, it really encourages using both playstyles. Remember Transformers, where the War for Cybertron, where you could like seamlessly switch from like car to robot form, but didn't really like reward you for doing it. You just felt cool.
Yeah.
This one actually rewards you for doing it because your ammo comes from being in squid form, swimming around in the ink. That's how you.
Why?
Well, because you're shooting paint, and so to get more paint, you're swimming around in it, and it refills your paint.
Well, can't you just stoop down and?
No, you gotta be a squid, man. You gotta be squidding around in that stuff. So like it really encourages you to be like shoot, squid, dive, jump up, reposition yourself, shoot.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of a cool mechanic. And then one of the weapons is like a rolling thing, like you would do if like you were painting your house, like those rollers. And it's completely like no range. So you could just like, if someone's coming at you, you can just like fall back and like pelt them while they're coming at you. But what people will do is they'll like hide in the paint, like in squid form, and just be like waiting. And like as you pop up, they'll like jump out and be like, rah! And they'll just roll you. And if they roll that on your face, it's like an insta kill. So it's hilarious.
What? That is so weird.
Yeah.
Can you see people as when they're in the paint?
Kind of. You can see them when they're jumping in between the paint, but otherwise it's pretty hard to notice they're in there.
So
there's
weird.
different upgrades you can get to have like stealth squids and stuff. It's depending on what you're wearing, like it changes your abilities. But the Wii U pad is a map, so you can kind of see where your teammates are. You can see how much paint is everywhere, and then you can like go like, I gotta get there to my teammate, and you can like use that to navigate. So it's pretty fun. Like it's weird. It's like a third person shooter, but paintball with squids.
All right. So it's been done before.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's one of those
little
prime games. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, man, I want to play that. How do you sign up for that beta? What do you do?
Oh, you just when I turn on my Wii U, it's like, hey, we're doing a beta. Come on in. So I just pressed the download button and jumped in. But I think that was their last one. I think the game actually comes out in 5 days on the 29th. So you can actually play the game for realsies in a week.
Oh, it's gotten so many good reviews. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, especially since you're more into the shooters than I am. That might be it might be just weird enough of a shooter for me to have fun with it, but just enough of a shooter for you to have fun with it. So it might be one of those rare shooters we can both enjoy. Yeah,
that would be cool. I'll have to check that out. Oh, and I got Final Fantasy 13. Have you ever played that with Lightning? No?
It was on sale the other day on the Squaresoft sale, but I was like, pass. It got really bad reviews.
Yeah. It's so far it's like I can't with Final Fantasy in general, I can't figure out if it's it's like a different time now. Just that genre just doesn't fly, But it's a cool setting, a cool story so far, and but the fighting is the system is weird. The battle system they use. You can kind of like when the most attractive option is auto battle every time. Why you designed a bad system? Like that's not fun. That's just clicking the button, the A button over and over and over again, fighting through things, which is weird. But Troy Baker is in there. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked it up, but it's the voice acting thing. He's like this like a Sebastian character. He's like this blonde haired guy with like a black hoodie or what are those called, beanie. And just having him in there, I'm like, yeah. And he's the punchy guy. He's like Zell almost from FF8. So he punches and he throws grenades for some reason. He's the grenade guy too, which
why
I'm
not?
not really sure about that because if you got a grenade,
the wrong job for the melee punching guy.
Yeah, pretty
you
weird.
Don't want to be in there punching when you've got grenades.
Yeah, but they did a kind of cool thing with this. They put they'll have like area effects, and while you're fighting, the enemies are moving around. Like they may jump up and engage you, or they may be walking around to get a better shot. They're just kind of moving around, right? And as they are, so you want to time your area of effects. Sometimes it's better just to go and slash the dude over, like someone and kind of focus them down. But other times it's better to use an area of effect.
And Chrono Trigger did that back in the 90s. Remember the monsters would move around while you were fighting them, and sometimes it would affect who could be hit by AoEs.
Yeah, which I really liked about Chrono Trigger.
Yeah,
I like about Chrono Trigger, but still, that was fun. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give it more time. Right now, it's hard because I've got these other really fun games I'm playing. So, what can I do? But I did put some hours in on that.
Well, I started playing Devil May Cry. It was on sale during the Capcom sale on Steam, so I picked it up for like $7 or something. And yeah, I don't think I love it as much as you. Like, I don't have as much fun as you because I'm such a perfectionist. I get really upset at the end of every level, and I'm like, you didn't find all the stuff. You didn't find it all, and I'm like, shut up! I don't have the power ups required yet. You just know I'm like, maybe go back and replay all these levels, aren't they, to get all that stuff? But and it is completely over the top, but it's pretty fun. I'm still getting used to it. It's really, there's a steep learning curve once you get all the weapons, like just switching between them seamlessly to keep your combos going.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get the hang of that. Like I probably like 10% of the time I'll do a move I didn't want to do. Like I'll be like, oh shoot, it's the wrong kind of whip. It's the one that pulls me to him and not the one that pulls them to me.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I'm kind of getting the hang of it now, and it's getting kind of hard. Like the demons are getting bigger. I must be getting close to the end of the game.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Like it was for me. It was the perfect like binge, like a binge game. It's perfect for me. It lasted like a week, I think, and just got in, played it through, beat it, loved it. I love juggling people, and like when you string together sweet combos and you do exactly what you want to do, it's such a cool feeling.
Yeah.
So I really liked it. Plus, it's way over the top. Like that intro scene. What'd you think about that?
Yeah, just like where he gets dressed like as the house is exploding.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
Like diving into his pants and like into his shirt.
It's all slow mo, and then every time it like turns to show like his junk, like
like a random thing will like float in front of it.
Pizza, yeah, or something. Just like those certain things. It's actually amazing. Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I've also been playing. Wait, before I want to get the last one. I think there was one more. Nope. Yeah, so The Witcher. I've been playing Witcher 3. And that game is fun, man. It's fun. It's like, it reminds me a little bit of like Skyrim, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, kind of got these little hubs. You can fast travel to these like special places. There's like areas of interest on the map, that kind of thing. Except I really like it, which I think the difference is there's a couple things. One of them is that this is a really cool setting. I loved like the idea of monster hunting,
Mm-hmm.
like Witchers are these people that like, they're not mages, but they have like little signs they can use in battle. So like an elven blade singer of like 2.0
Mm-hmm.
of D&D 2.0. So like you got the one hand, you can kind of do your little symbol, and the other hand you're using your sword, and you can go two-handed. And it's really deep in like old folklore, which I love. So it'll be like, you have to, so like if an amateur monster hunter will go and try to like maybe take out a griffin, they don't know that like, actually that's a bad example, but like, someone will go and kill like a, I can't remember what they're called, but they're some kind of like undead creature, right? And they killed it, and you have to finish it though, you have to cut off its head and put it in its original grave. And if you don't do that, it comes back and haunts the nearest the nearest like abode, which
see, this is why I think you'd like the show Supernatural, because that's what it's all about. Like, they're just two monster hunters, and they have their little guidebook on how to kill every single kind of monster, and there's like these rules and legends and lore about each thing. It's like, oh man, for we got to use silver to stop a shapeshifter to go back into its original thing, and then we got to do this, and we got to use like a holy stake, like each the trunk of their Impala is just full of like specialized, like, we got machetes to behead vampires, we got like this to do that, we got salt to keep ghosts, sealed into a room, like all these different like tools and stuff. Yeah. It's very much like The Witcher.
That's cool. That reminds me of that's why one of my favorite characters in Buffy was the what was that, the librarian's name?
Yeah, Giles.
Giles, yeah. It's because he's like, oh wait a minute, I'll do some research, and he finds like the perfect thing to kill the guy. I love that idea of this like ancient lore, that you have to use. So these Witchers are trained by that. So it's just nice. Occasionally you run into people who are like amateur monster hunters, and you're like, get the fuck out, buddy. But so the world's fun, like, and they do something very good. The writers are good. So like when you do something, it's more rewarding than anything else. It's like they clearly cared about everything they put in the world, which is fun. So yeah, and it's hard. Like now that I'm getting into the combat system, the other ones I would just button mash because I was like, I don't have time for this crap. I just like the world. But now that I'm giving it its due deference and like training on it and learning how to do like the certain combos and that kind of thing, this game is just deadly. I mean, you're a little bitch and you can die easily. So like I remember the first fight I got with drowners, which are like just people who fell in, or whether they're children or people who were drowned. They come back as these bloated corpses. So there's kind of a joke, right? And you use them in a lot of ingredients for potions. So I was like, oh, this will be easy. This is just fodder. So I jumped down. There's 3 of them, and I before I knew it, I got hit a couple times, and I was dead. I was like, and I literally went, what? Because like I didn't even know that I was getting hit, that it hurt that bad. So the game is but you have ways to fix that. You've got like a little force maneuver type thing where you can blast them back like a Jedi, and you can also put like a shield on yourself, and these little magic things. You can set up traps to like slow them, and that kind of thing. And you've got like knives to throw and little bombs that you make. So if you're really that's the idea that they're trying to get across as The Witcher, is that you're sure you've got like these like heightened senses from these mutations you took on whenever you took on the role, but a lot of it is just like combat prowess, and so that comes through in their game. So it's fun. It's very punishing, but it's fun.
Novice can get himself killed pretty easy out there.
Yeah. And I'm not even on, like, my difficulty is on the, I think it's just called Swords and Sorcery or something like that. It's like, so it goes like, no fights, I just want the story, which is like you basically could just like walk up and button mash a couple times and bosses die. Mm-hmm. And then there's that one, the one I'm doing, and then there's 2 more past that. So I mean, I can't imagine playing at the hardest difficulty. I got to see that.
Yeah,
but it's really rewarding. It's fun. I like the stories in it are cool and they make sense, and it's mature. I like that it's a mature setting, so like you can get some real sick stuff in there that this is what it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoy it. So I'll have to let you guys know because it's a very long game. It's open world and it's huge. So I mean, right now I'm having a lot of fun, but we'll see as things go past. I like how they don't bloat up your quest log with a ton of stuff. You get quests by kind of wandering into things rather than like, somebody asking you to go do something like, hey, in 12 cities from now, would you retrieve my book and bring it back to me? Those things are going to get forgotten. So I like that.
Nice.
Yeah. But overall, really enjoy myself. A lot of fun. But that's pretty much all I've been playing. Yeah, between Dying Light and Witcher, those are pretty much my big ones. What about you? Is that it?
I was on my 3DS, and it was like, oh, by the way, you get a new thing. And I was like, what? So I pick it up, and it's called Pokemon Rumble World. And I was like, all right, let's give it a play. So it's like this free-to-play kind of game where you just go around, and you're a Pokemon, and it's kind of like Diablo, but starring Pokemon. So you're just running around as a Pokemon, like beating up other Pokemon, and eventually you'll capture some of them, and that adds to your roster of Pokemon you can use. And so you're just trying to catch them all. And then to get to different worlds, you get these hot air balloons, and they have to recharge like every 20 minutes. So you can only play it in small bursts unless you buy currency and reset the refresher. So it's kind of like a mobile game in that way, but it's kind of fun just between games. I'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna go beat up some Pokemon for a while. Everything should be cooled down. So it's this random little fun Rumble World game that I've been playing. But I've been playing that because I've been on my 3DS a lot more lately, because I've been playing I got Attack on Titan last time, like I said. Yeah. But my brother's actually gotten to the point where he's unlocked the multiplayer mode. So now we can go out on hunts together and form little squads together and such.
How is that?
It's super fun. So we'll be swinging around, and then some Titan will grab me out of the air, because I wasn't paying attention. I was going after another Titan. He just grabs me, and then I'm like, I'm all trying to break free or whatever. And Joseph's like, I'm coming, bro. And then the camera, he'll be coming towards me, and then my point of view will shift, and I'll see him coming towards me that with his swords out, just spinning, and I'm like, yes. And he's like, yes. And then he just chops the hand off, and I go flying out, and I'm like, I'm free. There's a lot of moments like that where you're saving each other's lives and stuff as we fight through the different missions in the story. In the story mode's kind of short and not very substantial, but the open world, just you and your buddies out there exploring mode, is really fun.
Is there a reason to? I can't remember if you said this last time. Is there a reason to do things out there? Isn't it fetch missions or something?
Some of them are. Like this one mission we were doing was a scouting mission. We were outside the walls. There were 8 wounded soldiers, and we were just out in the open, in a field medic thing. And we had to heal the soldiers before the Titans got to them. And there's Titans coming in from all sides, and they're doing that weird, creepy, run on all fours thing, where they're just lumbering, and there's aberrations and such. And so we start off, and we're pumping them up, and then Joseph's like, there's a Titan coming in. I'm like, I'm on it. So I'll hop on a horse, and I'll ride down there to slow down the Titan. And he's still saving soldiers. And I'm like, Joseph, I cut the guy's knee, and he's down, and I see it from the corner of my sight, 2 more Titans loping towards the camp, and I'm like, Joseph, you got 2 incoming. He's like, I'm on it. So he leaves the soldiers and goes and takes care of the Titans, and then he's like, David, there's another Titan coming in. I'm gonna take care of it. Can you get back to the soldiers? I'm like, I'm on it. So I hop on the horse, I get back to the soldiers, I start giving them CPR or whatever, trying to get them on their feet. So it's a lot of this cool teamwork, and the longer it takes, the more Titans are coming. So you're just you've got this pressure coming, but at the same time you're I don't know, it's really fun just kind of balancing the fights, because Titans regenerate when you don't cut off the back of their neck, so you can slow them down, but to finish them, you have to get the back of their neck, and to get good at that, you have to get good at like the critical hits. So like you can be caught up fighting a Titan too long and lose the overall objective because you were just too busy just hitting like random pieces of it. So it's pretty fun, and you level up in that mode.
Oh, hey, you muted. You might muted.
I was gonna say
you level up.
You level up, you get better at different swords or guns or whatever you want. You can invest in different skills. So like I've just been putting everything into swords, so I can just do lots of those spin maneuvers and still hit my critical hits without missing them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd love to have like a bunch of people on there, because you can form squads with all your friends online and just go out there like on missions and whatnot.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
God, that's the problem right now. There's just too many games coming out. Like, there's The Witcher, which I wanted to play like quite a bit, like very badly, because I love the other two. Mm-hmm. And then they've got Batman: Arkham Knight's coming out. There's Attack on Titan. It's all these games that like I know is gonna make me sit down and play for a long time. And I'm like, oh man, am I really gonna be able to do all this? It's crazy.
It's a happy problem.
Yeah, I love this time of year, man.
And then I've been playing Code of Princess. It's this kind of side-scrolling beat-em-up game on the 3DS. It's completely fan service. The main character, her name is Solange. Solange. She's a princess, and she's got this like big mystic sword she's supposed to protect. It's like the royal heirloom. And so she's out there in battle, like fighting or whatnot, and she's wearing a chainmail bikini because that's the most practical outfit you could be wearing. So it's pretty ridiculous. Like it's kind of a silly game, but it's also like a fun side scroller. Like it's just you stream together combos and stuff, and there's all these different characters you can unlock, and they all have different like fighting styles and abilities. Like there's a thief who's like really fast, and there's these combos. There's like a bard who can like do a bunch of song things and like buff your friends. So anyway, I've been playing that a little bit too. I've been very kind of all over the place with my gaming, because in between that I've been binge watching Adventure Time on Hulu. So it's just I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. Man, so many games I need to get. Yeah, I kind of been going all over the place too. I've been watching Scrubs, which I've been trying to catch up on episodes of everything. I just finished Kimmy Schmidt, which is Unbreakable, hilarious.
Right.
And then
how'd you like Don Draper as the charismatic cult leader?
That's so hilarious. Oh my god.
Just like sitting there among the jury with his arms around him. He's like, well, I'm just a poor country lawyer, but I think.
Yeah. And then he's like, excuse me, what's your name again? She's like, Kimmy. I was in a basement with you for 15 years. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, that's funny that you should say that, because didn't you say that guy had a beard? And she's like, yeah, where are you going with this? And he goes, he turns to the jury, and he kind of like leans forward and goes, don't have a beard. And they all go, oh. And they're like, even Kimmy Schmidt's lawyer, Tina Fey, she was like, damn, and like threw down her pencil. And he goes, so I rest my case. And then the judge was like, good enough. Anybody else have any questions? And it was just hilarious. It's like weird, like that's not the best example of humor, but that was one where I laughed out loud.
Yeah,
that show, man. It's hilarious. Because he took it all seriously, like he was going to just reveal something. Of course he didn't have a beard. Anyway. Yeah.
But you like Scrubs?
Yeah, it's funny. It's quirky, but yeah, it's I like it. It's you got that funny friendship between the two, and that's like gives you your reward and kind of meaningfulness, and him trying to get the kind of the respect of his mentor.
Yeah.
And so there's like the meaningful elements, and then it's just goofy in between. So it's fun.
There's a great episode they did that was essentially a parody of House. Like the whole thing was the House episode. Like they couldn't figure out what was wrong with the person. Then like this random accident happens, and it triggers an epiphany where he's like, yes, blue this, and then like kind of connects, and they solve the case that way. It's just like every formulaic episode of House ever.
Yeah. House. I never really got into that, but. Yeah, but anyway, so I'm looking forward to it. I should be able to, it's going to be a busy week because we're going to be leaving for Mexico on Thursday. But I'm going to try to get everything done and play some games too. So
cool. Looking
forward to it. But I guess that wraps up this section, and we can move on to the main part of the show. And we'll see you guys on the other side.